Why are all of... Oh, why are 2 of the cameras running?
One. This one's gonna run because it's our. That's what they're seeing, of us.
They're seeing there.
Mm-hmm. I have to rerun it because people are gonna be all screwed up. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's showtime.
I know.
I don't understand why all of my... Ooh, things are coming in now. So I don't want to take you away from what you're doing, but can I show you something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about purchasing that design.
That's good.
And I can just upload it. I mean, we're not Alexander and Margaret.
Margaret?
Yeah, Margaret.
I've never heard that name.
Me neither. But, you can upload those onto Vistaprint and have them printed, and they send us envelopes and everything, too. And I would just make the paper thing with my Cricut. Where? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris and Heather of the Gastlecast. Hey, what's going on? And we're on with our friend Nathan Lowe and his whole crew. Look at them, there they are. Hello, Nathan.
And hello, Sarah and Archie.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
These are our friends from Canada, and we're starting our interview series right here on the Gastlecast, where we're going to interview our fellow collectors and friends and fans of Funko. And we're actually going to have a big interview this Sunday, but we're going to continue doing this Friday interview with fellow Funko collectors. And it was the best choice to start off with Nathan Lowe, because we have been talking to Nathan Lowe and his wife for a very long time, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, let's get down to the nitty gritty. There's your lovely little boy right there. He was talking to me right before the live. He was showing his Batman pops. So obviously, your son is collecting pops as well.
Look at this.
That's awesome.
Look at this.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then if you guys can see in the background here, you see that 10-inch Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's the 10-inch Pikachu that Cletus sent us for him.
Oh, awesome.
Because our 10-inch Pikachu got lost in the mail.
Oh, that stinks. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess we'll start off with how did you guys start getting into all this? What got you into collecting Funko Pops?
Well, Sarah first seen Stitch, the Diamond Edition Stitch at Hot Topic, and didn't really think much of it because she loved Stitch. And then we saw the pre-order for Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is her favorite character, through his skit comedies and all that. And then, those were our first 2 pops, and then we didn't really collect all that much until May of last year. It was about mid-May when we really started going heavy into it, and yeah, we started collecting animation, TV, Futurama, more Lilo and Stitch, and then it just kind of snowballed into there to the 400 pops, over 400 pops that we have today.
Holy cow!
Yeah, that's a big number.
Easy to do, though.
So, but it all started with the diamond stitch. It's always interesting to see how people start. Sometimes you hear people receive a gift, and that's their way of getting their collection started. They have no idea what it is, or they go inside of a store and they think something's cool looking or cute, and they buy it. Then that starts this overwhelming amount of pops that you now have in your home, your big collection. So it's interesting. So a Diamond Series Stitch. Now, was that something you could get there in Canada, or was that something you had to get? How did that work?
No, we have 3 Hot Topics in Ottawa, which is about an hour away from us.
Oh, okay.
And they are the closest 3 stores. And we were at Bayshore one day, and there it was. We didn't really know much about Pops at the time, so we just got it, and yeah, didn't really know much about value or
So, do you consider yourself now a pro after all this time of collecting? Have you learned so much that now fellow collectors and friends come to you and ask you questions about this kind of stuff?
Oh, definitely. They even come to us for help and assistance whenever they need to get a pop. Just the other day there, the Light Fury and Toothless dropped, and we ran to Hot Topic in Canada, which is a part of Ottawa, and grabbed a bunch of stuff for people.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's people come to us for advice. They come to us for any kind of assistance, whether it's wanting to know more about signatures, and it's like, well, I don't know much about signatures. Go to PSA or ask for a COA or exact proof, but no, they ask us whether or not Pops are legit, because there have been a lot of fakes, especially in 2018. Oh, sorry.
Well, there's somebody's not happy over there.
Oh, he's not happy. But yeah, no, we try and help out the community as much as we can.
That's awesome. So you kind of follow the Gastlecast motto, "We hunt together." That's awesome.
Oh, definitely.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I got started in a similar way. Well, sort of similar way. I told the story a couple times, but I just wanted to start to collect something. And when I started to collect, it now has turned over the last couple years into this now monument in our basement. Our whole, like, half of our basement is Funko Pops, right? So
I would say more than half.
Yeah, maybe more than half of our basement, and a lot of our upstairs now is Funko Pops. So yeah, it's interesting. And so, like, now you started off with this little stitch that you thought looked cool, and now turn around and there's a huge stack right there behind you.
Well, exactly. And yeah, there's a display, a bookshelf that we stack everything on, and it got full pretty quick. So what we went to a secondhand store just to get more shelving, and yeah, it's now consumed our living room, consumed our bedroom. They're everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's kind of how it's happened here, and so we have them in our garage. We have them in, Heather has like her own little room, so they're in Heather's room, they're in the basement. I mean, they're all over the place. But where do you draw the line? I mean, you know, when I first started collecting, I had this promise to myself that, oh, it's only going to be Marvel. I'm only going to collect Marvel Funko Pops. And then it grew. Now I like Mega Man, so I want all the Mega Man Pops. And then Destiny, the video game Destiny. Oh, I want all the Destiny Funko Pops. Then I started dabbling into Star Wars. So where is it that you draw this line for you?
For us, it's shows and series that we really don't watch, or like we do have a few Marvel Pops, but for the most part, Marvel isn't really our thing. We've seen all the Star Wars movies, yet, you know, we don't want to get into it because of we just don't, I don't know, we're not in love with Star Wars the way that I'm sure you guys are, or I'm sure other people are.
Right.
We collect what we know, and we collect based on the memories of whatever movies or TV shows that we've had over the years.
So it's a lot of nostalgia for you.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that, and some of that is the same with me. Spider-Man. When I was a kid, I used to watch Spider-Man, the animated cartoon on the Fox network. Every Saturday, I was obsessed with it. I loved the action figures as a kid, and when I started getting into this, my instant feeling was I really want Marvel Funko Pops because I love Marvel, and I just started I got into the MCU. And I never could go out and buy anything that was like affordable. I really liked Hot Toys, but I didn't want to drop all the money. And then I didn't want to have action figures either. I wanted something that I could actually collect and keep them in the box and stack them. And what's really funny is that the very first time I'd ever heard of vinyl figures was I was listening to Howard Stern because I'm a huge Howard Stern fan. And Seth Rogen was on there. Seth Rogen of Knocked Up fame, you know, all the movies and stuff. Canadian, actually, isn't he? Is he not Canadian? Yeah, I thought so. He is Canadian. That's right.
You guys are neighbors.
That's right.
Maybe.
Practically, right. But he was talking about collecting vinyl pops. And Howard Stern, of course, is making fun of him. And, oh, you know, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? You're a grown man. But I heard about it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know. But I didn't think of it then. It took a couple of months, even after that. And then that's when I went to a friend, asked him what do you think I should start collecting? You know, to my friend, because he was a big toy collector. And he's like, these Funko Pop things are pretty cool. You should go and take a look at those. And boom, the spark just lit, and then it just has gone on from there. Yeah.
It definitely takes that one, if not two, to start the ball rolling.
Absolutely. So you draw the line. So you guys don't like necessarily go after things that are in the popular stuff, right? Is that correct?
Pretty much, yeah. We go for what we've loved, and yeah.
Okay, so you don't go on like FunkoShop.com, and you're not the person sitting there clicking that button a million times in order to get like the hot item of the day.
No, only we hit gold twice for the last two ad icons.
No kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, those were the first two purchases that we made from the Funko Shop at all.
Wow.
First attempts, too.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. And we've been slowly getting into the ad icons line, but I mean, it's going to take a while, of course, to build the money in order to eventually get everything. But
that's a long haul, especially when you have the Tony, the Tigers of the world, and the Bob's Big Boy, and all these characters. It's kind of a tough one.
Exactly, and for us too, with the ad icons, it's more about what we see on a day-to-day basis. Like, I mean, we're not going to collect the Jollibee because we've never eaten there. We don't really know about it. But I mean, if we happen to eat there one day, sure, we'll collect it. But it's Yeah,
that's how we feel too. Because we don't know what Jollibee is. We've had a couple of chances to get one, but we don't care about it, you know, right? So like
exactly.
The other ad icons that were important to us were like the Halloween cereal guys, the ones that were re-released with the little spoons.
Oh, you mean the Count Chocula? That means so much to me, but I never get to enjoy the cereal. That one?
That's the one. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. So,
I will get you a box next year or this year.
So I mean, those are like particularly cool to us, but sometimes FunkoShop.com, it'll drop something that looks really cool, and you're like, oh my god, I gotta have this thing. And then you order it, and then you just feel like a complete putz, like after you order it. Like, I didn't even need this thing. It doesn't even fit in my collection. I can't even tell you how many times this happened to me. I can restrain myself when I go out to the store, though. It's FunkoShop.com. I don't know what it is, but it's like this magical like thing that happens with me. I don't know. It like kind of draws me in.
You're just dumb.
I know. Well, nobody's disputing that, Heather.
It's almost like you have like drunk vision, and like it looks so much better than it actually is.
That's exactly it.
That is so accurate. That is so accurate.
Do you get drunk at work? Because they only drop them at work.
Okay, listen, we can't talk about that here. This is on the internet. I don't want anybody to see this. I don't want to talk about the whiskey under the desk. So do you guys both collect the same together, or do you both collect your own, like you have your own style of pops that you collect?
Yeah.
We have a general collection of what is ours. I collect mostly Disney, a little bit of Marvel, and he's more the anime and
cartoons and
yeah. But we do have some pops. Like we don't buy 2 of a pop just to say we both have one.
Right? Yeah, we don't do that either.
Because we just don't agree with that. Like, it's our collection. It's not just both of separate
right.
next together.
I always thought that was a lame move anyway.
Well, my exception is the T-shirt bundles. That's my only exception. I don't like having 2 of a pop unless it... Like, I really like the Thanos one.
So, hold on. Let me explain why. And Heather doesn't even realize this is why, but this is why.
Why is this why?
Heather's grandparents dance all over the United... Hold on. They have danced literally in all 50 states, and they dress exactly alike. They wear exactly the same outfit, even when they're not dancing. We went to Christmas. They wore the exact same outfit. For whatever reason, Heather will literally buy her size of my T-shirt every chance she gets.
He buys his size of my
And
T-shirt.
sometimes we'll go out somewhere to do something, and we both turn around, and I'm like, "You're wearing the same shirt." Like it's like one of those moments. It's just really weird. But she buys most of the same shirts that I buy. You always do, like the smaller size of it. So like anytime I'm folding clothes, I'm like, "Oh, is this my Black Panther shirt or is it Heather's?"
Well, when you hold it up and it looks like it could fit Max, it's probably mine.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
The one exception, though, I will say, is Asuna from Sword Art Online.
Okay.
We now have 3 of her.
Why do you have 3? Is that like your favorite character ever?
Definitely. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. Next to, of course, Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, so you're a big... Okay, she had mentioned that before, so you guys are big anime. Or at least you are. Okay, so you're big into the anime. So she's not. Sarah, you're not into anime?
Not as much, not even close.
Trying to convert her.
So are you a Dragon Ball fan?
No.
You're not? Interesting.
That's
okay.
the one he doesn't watch.
Wow. Is there a reason why you don't watch it? You just don't like it?
Well, it was around when I was a kid growing up, and I never had cable TV. It was always the rabbit ears. And so I feel like I missed out on a lot of it.
Gotcha.
And for the most part, for me, I'm not a huge fan of the older style animation. I like animation that's a little more fluid and a little more, I don't know, a little more, I don't want to say well-drawn, but...
Like maybe modern?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, because Dragon Ball is yet another rabbit hole that you could go down, and that's kind of why I was asking. If you're into anime, most people who are into anime seem to they start usually with Dragon Ball, it seems like. That's always like the starting point.
Yep.
And now Dragon Ball the pops at least have become so big that there are some that are so expensive. Like I can't. One of our friends actually collects it. And we always try to go online and order the special ones for him whenever we can. Like Flock Beers was one of them.
Yep.
But, I mean, you buy them and they're instantly like at $100, like right off the bat, typically.
It's so crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Majin Vegeta was one of those, I mean, $200 right off the bat. And I think now he was hovering around $300, $350 for a little while and $500 with the signature.
Oh, yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
So so here's a good question. Since you're in Canada, so is it tough? How tough is it for you guys to obtain pops that are only released here in the United States? I mean, do you find yourself in a quandary where it's, hey, I collect all these pops, but I can't get this one exclusive or whatever it might be?
A lot of the times, yes. EB Games, which is your GameStop. Has been getting a lot of Walgreens exclusives. Same with yeah.
Does it have Walgreens sticker?
No,
or
it has
EB?
an EB.
No, it has the international exclusive sticker on it.
Interesting.
Oh, the foil one. Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Toys R Us. They've been getting Walgreens exclusives. The latest Spider-Man, Spider-Hulk.
No, not Spider-Hulk.
Not yet, anyways. But Lizard, Silk. And then we do have Hot Topics. Box Lunch is, I mean, we've got to pay $30 just to have it shipped cross-border.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So if you're ordering one pop, it's not really worth it. But at the same time, that's what we did for both the Toy Story ride for New York Comic Con and Tamatoa from San Diego Comic Con.
Yes, I remember. Okay, yeah. So
we
how
had a PO box, but he doesn't have a passport.
Oh gosh.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you can't. Okay. Well, man, that's rough. Okay. Well, I guess you know, if you guys ever need help with something, of course, reach out to us, and we'll do whatever we can for you. Especially like Walgreens and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know how easy now it is for you to get Walgreens exclusives since they're released at GameStop. But I guess EB Games for you.
The Canada GameStop.
The Canada GameStop. So I guess you guys will just have to keep us in the loop of what you need and when and all that kind of jazz.
And we're not overly picky about stickers. Like, as long as it's the same figure, who cares about the stickers?
Right. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
You are literally one of the only people I've ever heard say that. Because everybody is so into the stickers for some reason. So what's the number? You guys, you say you have you have about 400 pops?
Over 400.
Nice.
We are now at 419 total items. That's not including any vinyl because we do have vinyl 2-packs. We've got Pint-Sized Heroes. We've got I mean, this is just going based off of stash, but
Dorbs.
Yeah, we've got Dorbs as well. 389 pops total, and 30 Dorbs with a total value of just under $11,000.
Wow. Okay.
Canadian.
Wow.
Which is roughly 8,500 American.
Okay. So
wow, he's good at math.
Yeah.
They teach math good up there.
Right, that's right. What's the top valued pop on your list?
It all depends on how you want to look at it. We picked up Bloody Sharknado out of box. So, depends on, I mean, if you want to look at out of box as 50% of what PPG's stash value is, then, I mean, it's really not worth all that much. But we've got Hermie from Rudolph.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got the Hound out of box. We've got Scar. And you've got the Red Error Daenerys.
Oh, no kidding. That's with the little dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Got it right behind Sarah here. Let's see if I can do this. Yep.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Jeddah had shown...
$5. Literally, $5.
$5? Holy crap.
Yep.
So what does it go for now, U.S.?
U.S., it's about 95. Canadian, about 135.
No, I don't think that's right.
Well, let's see.
For $5, you definitely, I'm sure you made a good amount back on that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't plan on selling her anytime soon, so.
So you guys started collecting. No, I do not have a hat on, B-Cobb. Good eyes. You guys started collecting. Were you collecting something before this?
Nothing.
I mean, I collected Pokemon cards as a kid. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Lord of the Rings cards. I mean, I still got my binders.
Wow.
Yeah. And other than that, nothing really. No.
I have a question.
Sure, shoot.
And we have a couple questions in the chat too, but so Sarah is the one that got the first Funko Pop between the two of you.
Yep.
Okay. So did you guys collectively start collecting, or was it sort of like one of you and then the other?
Well, I picked up the Stitch around November 2017, and it was just a one-time thing. I just thought it looked neat. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what Pops were. I've seen them around, but never had interest. Then May came along, and we were just out for my birthday, and then we saw at the time, the new Monsters, Inc. ones. And I was like, oh, okay, these are kind of cool. So then we were at Walmart, and I found a Chase Black Panther.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't know what a Chase was back then. I just liked it because he had the mask on.
Oh,
That's
my God.
kind of how it started. We just kind of saw Infinity War pops, and we were like, okay, we like these. We like the movie, so let's just start getting the characters, and that's how it started.
That's awesome.
That is so fun. So you've actually asked that. You've said, I wonder how many people have picked up a chase without being into Funko Pops and knowing what a chase is.
And not realizing what it is.
There they are.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
also our Mr. Bean that we pre-ordered through EB Games was a chase as well.
Oh,
but we didn't know what. Again, we didn't know what chase was.
The one with the chicken on his head, right?
The turkey.
The turkey. Okay.
Yeah,
the turkey on his head. Okay. Yeah.
He's stuffing it himself. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So then did you realize that there was a different thing because they had the picture of the normal one when you ordered it, right?
They actually showed both pictures for Mr. Bean. They said you can get this one or this one, so I'm like, okay, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, it came in as the chase, and I was just like, okay, cool. It says chase on it. I don't know what this means, but we'll keep it.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah. So did you guys start going on PPG right away and Stash, or how did you learn about all that?
I don't remember how exactly. I think we learned about it from picking a pop-up from someone else. They told us about it.
Yeah.
And that's how we found that out, and we found out about the local groups in Ottawa, and we joined them, and the rest has been history, pretty much.
Yeah, it was about June or July we really found out about PPG and Stash, and that's when our collection at that point was at about 100. So it was like, well, okay, now we got to remember, what we got, and at that point, we didn't know about the barcode scanner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had to import everything manually, and, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's funny that you say that, because I think I typed in all mine manually. But the way that I did it was I looked up, like, Marvel, and then I just went through all the Marvel pages and just selected all the ones that I had. Oh. But in fact, sometimes I go on PPG or Stash, and I realize I'd never added a certain character. Yeah. It just happened to me like 2 days ago when I was on there. But Stash is really, it's not as good as it used to be. Stash was so great at one point in time, and then apparently like Funko bought it, and now it's like totally down the tubes. So now I'm kind of back to PPG, but PPG isn't an app, but instead a web page. So I don't know. It's very frustrating. What are you looking at?
And what I do for PPG is I just save the web page as a shortcut onto my phone and laptop, so if we need it, it's just there.
Oh, yeah. Here. Heather's asking for a bunch of stuff while I'm trying to talk to you. Okay, hold on. She's pouring my beer. It's very important. What are the couple of questions that we have on there? Now, I did see somebody posted on there.
No, stop.
What?
Stop. This one I want to get out of the way first.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
have no idea what it is.
Okay.
So someone wants to know, Nathan, are you looking forward to... Please don't yell at me when I butcher this. Are you looking forward to Kakashi?
Kakashi Hatake.
Oh, wow.
Boom, he knew that. And actually, you said it right.
I did.
Yes and no. I mean, I've seen every Naruto episode, and I mean, we do collect Naruto every chance we get. But I mean,
he's wanting the Avatar pops more.
Yeah.
And the Bleach.
Yeah, we just picked up Renji and Grimjaw from Bleach, and I'm going back tomorrow to pick up the GameStop or EB Games exclusive Renji. And then for Avatar, I mean, it's the whole line, and I'm going to be hunting for the 2 chases, both at Hot Topic and everywhere.
So what are the chases for Avatar, just so I know?
Yeah, Avatar for the Hot Topic chase is Aang on his air scooter. So it's basically him floating on a ball of air. Okay. And his chase is him glowing in the dark. Like he is in his Avatar state, and Zuko is holding flame daggers, if I'm not mistaken, or I'm not completely. I mean, I want both pops, but I mean, I want both the common and the chase of both, so yeah.
Okay, well then, if you get a chance, send me a photo. That way I know if I'm out hunting and looking around, and I'll try to see if I can help you track them down.
Sounds good.
Here I am just waiting for the Lion King pops.
Yeah.
Yes, the Lion King pops. In fact, they just posted new photos of Lion King pops just the other day. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep, they're starting to come out or down there, so we're waiting for them to come up here.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So is it limited where you can order from? I mean, a lot of these websites, like Popping Off Toys as an example, who we're going to be chatting with on Sunday, are you able to order from them? I don't know the ins and outs of it.
With American sites, it's definitely more expensive, so we try to stay with Canadian companies like Play and Collect. They do have pre-orders.
Yeah.
But we usually just pre-order at EB Games.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's common, we definitely do pre-order at EB Games. And yeah, American sites are hit and miss. If they do, it's usually about $8 or $9 for a pop, and then if you want, let's say, 10 pops, of course, $90, and then shipping on top of that is going to be around $45 US to get it across border.
Shipping is the killer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet it is.
Whereas if we were to go to Play and Collect, they advertise for around, I mean, it's around $13, $14 Canadian, but it's around $11 American. And shipping is on average about $20 Canadian.
Wow.
It depends. We haven't ordered from them in a long time.
Okay.
I'm thinking of pre-ordering the Toy Story pops from them.
How about Amazon?
Amazon's not good for pops up here.
No.
Okay.
The prices are whack.
Yeah, we get a lot of resellers up here who will resell on Amazon, and they don't include shipping, or shipping will be an arm and a leg. A lot of the times we've got to use American Amazon, and even that shipping is ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah. We're worried about what box damage and stuff too, and we just don't trust Amazon like we do other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We've had
If we get it in person, then we will.
Yes, I totally agree with that. So you mentioned earlier that you have groups there. How's the group that you are? Are you a part of like one major group and have meets with them, or what do you do there?
There hasn't been meetups as far as we know. But there is a group called Ottawa FUNKO Pop Society and Flipper Free Corner.
Yeah.
And they're just run by local people in Ottawa. And basically we just talk about if Hot Topic's releasing something, we give a heads up to people that might not have Instagram.
Cool.
Okay,
and
that's cool.
Just if anyone's seen new releases come out, say, oh, well, this just came out at EB Games, go and check. Or if people just are looking to sell stuff, you could sell stuff, you could have it in search of, anything you want, really.
Yeah, and for the most part I mean, if a pop is more than a few months old, by all means sell it for whatever, but if it drops and you're looking to sell it that day, you're not going to get any more than retail or retail plus taxes. I mean, it's...
Right. That's sort of... So our big group here, MAC, Mid-Atlantic Collector, same thing. However, it's breaking the rules if you try to sell those items on the group. Ones that you go at the Hot Topic, you get to your car and you take a picture of it that day, the day it's released, and try to sell it at a flipper amount. They won't even post it. They'll delete everything. It's a whole thing. They'll even kick you out of the group for doing stuff like that. Which I think
our group is starting to
phase out
flippers, because there's this group from another city that comes to our Hot Topics and literally buys 40 of it, each exclusive.
Yeah.
And they'll mark it up to, like, the Infinity Gauntlet they were selling for $65.
And do you guys remember when Vegito and the Sirius Black Funko Pop T were released?
Oh, yeah.
This, if you can see that.
Oh, my God.
Like.
That's all the Gokus.
Vegitos and 10 Sirius Blacks.
Wow.
Oh, my. Oh, Vegito. Yeah, holy crap.
To realize what they're doing, because they are getting physical with people as well.
Oh, yeah.
They pushed Nathan when Archer was on his shoulders. to get pops.
Oh no.
So one of our stores actually banned them right now, and they're starting to try to do it in other stores, as far as I know.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
they only target Hot Topic. They come in 2 or 3 people, and they will hoard the doors. And the malls, well, I mean, Canada is a, not really a strip mall, but it's
an outlet.
Outlet mall. And there's this place where they go hang out where you can see the mall or the Hot Topic doors. Well, that day that I was with Archer, we were standing first in line, and they come over, and yeah, they said they were here or there at 5 in the morning. It's like, well, that's not my problem. I was first in line.
Right, yeah.
And, I mean, and then, yeah, it became a shoving match. Archer started screaming, and they actually have got footage of him doing it.
Oh, my God.
And so, oh, yeah. And, yeah, they're taking it to the police and seeing what can be done about it.
Oh my God, that's great. I mean, because people there shouldn't be people like that out there acting this way over collectibles like this.
The only time that I would act that way is if someone was acting that way towards somebody else. I'd probably learn how to fight right there. I never fought anybody before.
You're saying that you're gonna start fist fighting people?
Yeah, if I saw someone push Nathan
Heather
with
turns
his
in,
child
Heather,
on his shoulder,
Heather
I
turns
would like
into Daredevil
fist fight
like
somebody.
that. Heather just turns into Daredevil like this.
Yeah, or the Punisher.
I mean, if Archer,
don't mess with him.
If Archer wasn't with me, his knee would have been bent the wrong way.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, I mean, who pushes a person that's holding a child? I mean, I can't
Especially
imagine.
an adult.
Well, I can't imagine being out somewhere, having my son with me, and people getting physical with me over a toy. Because
With
a toy,
or without your son.
no matter what the value of the pop is, it like as soon as you walk out the door, some pops gain a credible amount of value, right?
Yeah.
No matter what the value is on it, it's not worth pushing me and my child around. I just find that to be ridiculous. But there are people like that out there, and as an example, you told us that story, and we told the story here often, where there was a guy inside of FYE here. I don't know if you guys have FYEs there,
No.
but he basically they would hide chases in their store, and this guy literally ran around and just knocked all the pops off the wall looking for chases, screaming and hollering, stepping on pops as he's pushing them off the wall. I mean, just really went ape. And FYE ended up having to change all of their rules about how they sell pops. I mean, I mean, it's just incredible what adults will do.
Well, exactly. And now at Hot Topic, they used to have a limit of 5 per person. And what they would do is they would come in and, I mean, Sarah and I each have our own accounts with Hot Topic. So if I was there, I would pick up 5. I would pick up another 5 and use Sarah's account. And, yeah. And now they're limiting it to 2 per person on launch day. And if the other person's not there, well, too bad, so sad.
Right. No, I mean I find that to be just right. I mean, it should be that way. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I went somewhere and I literally watched the person in front of me buy every single pop and I wasn't able to get one. I mean, it's happened on several occasions.
Oh yeah, it's sickening.
So, good question. What is a grail for the both of you? Now, when I say grail means a lot of things to a lot of people. A lot of people say grails are ones that are a lot of money and they're really hard to obtain. I consider a grail as a personal grail, something I really want. Maybe I just haven't found it yet, or I haven't been able to get my hands on it. It's not very expensive, or it could be super expensive. What is a grail for each one of you?
One that you have, and one that you
want to
have. Personal grail right now that I own is Asuna.
Oh, okay.
I could tell.
Because you have 3?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
My grail, well, the one that I own is Scar.
Oh, that's an awesome pop. I like that one a lot.
Oh, one that I know Sarah's personal grail that we don't have yet.
Which is?
The German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, the German Shepherd pop.
The German
it's not
Shepherd.
that valuable, but But no, I would like to collect the rest of the How to Train Your Dragon set eventually.
Yeah, and I would love to complete our Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer set.
Yes, we need the Misfit Elephant.
Yeah, that's the last one. I was going for it before Christmas, and Guy sold it to someone else along with a few others, and it's like, so it was only a day sooner.
Oh, that's
well, so how much does that go for?
Right now, it's trending at $350 Canadian, which is about $275, $280 American.
So what was the guy asking right around Christmas time?
For the lot of 7 pops, he was asking $500, and the PPG value on them all was about $800.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that does stink that you weren't able to get a hold of that.
And I mean, he was selling the rest as a lot, and it's like, well, or selling it completely as a lot, and it's like, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't really like anything else that he had in the lot, but the Misfit Elephant was the goal. But oh well, there'll be more.
So
eventually,
so Funko Pop fandom and the love for Funko is, of course, very a big thing in our house, right? Because we have a channel about it. We spend a lot of our time videoing different things about Funko Pops, posting things on Instagram. How big of a lifestyle would you say Funko is in your house? Is it something that you guys talk about daily? Is it something you guys plan on, like hunts or actually going to the store to buy something or to stand in line? I mean, is that like a normal everyday thing, an occurrence for you guys? Or is it like, give or take?
Well, we definitely plan our days. Having a 3-year-old is definitely one of those things that you have to be prepared for, especially with the fact that he's now being potty trained.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So you've got to go immediately before you leave, and then immediately when you get there, and yeah. But I mean,
no, we're always looking for
we're
good
always
pops that we need for our set.
Good deals.
We go to Ottawa not any chance we get, but when we know something that we are collecting is coming out.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be once every 2 or 3 days going to Ottawa when we first started going out, because we didn't know what was there. We didn't know, really what was out there. But now that we know how to, really plan, that's the biggest thing is plan. Because I mean, gas is expensive. I mean, you guys pay what? $2-3 a gallon?
We were, but believe it or not, just yesterday it was the cheapest I've seen it in a pretty long time. It was $1.99 yesterday at our local BJ's. BJ's, and I don't know if you guys know what BJ's is, but
no.
Do you know what Costco is?
Yep.
Okay, so it's like Costco. It's
okay.
it's pretty much the same thing, but just a different company. But they were offering gas for $1.99 here, which
is
blew
like
my mind.
unheard of.
Yeah, which is unheard of.
I don't think it's been one something in years.
Nah, probably a year.
Really?
Because I remember one time it did drop a little bit. Yeah.
You might
and
be right.
We just hit under $1 a liter. So
holy crap!
Yeah, a liter to a gallon is essentially 4 liters to a gallon.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it does come down to planning, because you don't want to drive around and waste your gas. I mean, because every bit of gas is money basically flying out of your car as you're driving down the road.
Well, that's why you got rid of your old car, because it sucked gas up.
Yeah,
it was getting really expensive.
I had a Jeep Wrangler, like a really big Jeep, and it was really tall and big tires and stuff, and it just, all it did was suck up gas. But that was before I started hunting. If I was hunting pops in that thing, I would have been a very angry person.
Oh, yeah.
And just watching YouTubers, too. YouTubers, we watch a couple of them, and it's helpful, because when we see stuff coming to the States before it comes up here, we can kind of figure out when it will start coming up here. The odd time we will get something before the States, but that happens really rarely.
Yeah. States, I mean, Hot Topic up here generally gets stuff about a few days after you guys get it down there, whereas EB Games is generally about a month and a half after you guys get it.
A month and a half? Holy crap!
Yeah.
Oh wow! So you wait a while. You know,
Oh, yeah.
here it's sort of kind of similar. Like I understand the kind of the grace period or the waiting period. Stuff comes out on the West Coast in the United States, and it then kind of moves its way over to the East Coast. We're practically the last people in the United States to get this stuff. Yeah. So people that are new to collecting are fooled because they go on Macari and there's a pop that's dropped on the West Coast that day that has not yet dropped on the East Coast, and they're spending like $40 for a pop that will be here in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Well, that's exactly it. When people, as soon as they see it comes out down there, they order it, and it's like, just wait a month.
Exactly. Right.
Like, unless it's an exclusive you really want, then just wait. Wait if it's a common.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't feed the trolls.
No.
Exactly. I mean, the one actually there was two that we didn't wait on. Pikachu, when it was first released. I mean, I watched it for a good 2 months and got it at a good price through eBay. But I mean, through shipping and all that, it brought it up over $50. And then the other one was the Bigfoot. Yeah.
Holy crap!
The other one was the Bigfoot, and that was 75 Canadian, which is about 55 American.
Okay.
When that was, and that was about a week or two after it was released.
Okay. Okay, so for a second, let's kind of move away from Pops just a little bit. I wonder, you know, with Pop fandom, it's always interesting to find out the collector and what are their other likes in their life, right? So, like, as an example, I'm a huge MCU guy. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love when I have the chance to play video games and stuff like that. Heather's a huge reader. That's like her big thing, reading. And she loves horror, like horror movies, which I'm really scared about, so I don't watch a lot of that. But I'm wondering, what is something that you guys are like really into? Even before this whole Funko fandom, what is like? I mean, obviously, Nathan, I know yours is anime, right? So that's one portion of it, right? So what else do you guys involved in or like or enjoy?
For the longest time, we played Pokemon Go to death. We were out there every chance we could get. I also played video games on both Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PS4.
Cool.
As well as PC.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, he's got them all.
Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
each hand and for his toes too.
Yeah, I need to pick up Smash one of these days.
Oh, it's so
yes,
awesome when
do.
you guys get it.
We want to add you guys as friends on Switch.
Yep, we'll have to play as soon as you guys get it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna lose, so.
Oh, I would too.
No, Heather, you'd be falling asleep. Come on.
True.
Oh.
She's not lying. I can't be upset.
Yeah. But what other stuff? What other stuff do you got? What are you guys into? Sarah, how about you?
I'm into photography, not as much since having Archer, because Archer was a preemie, so he was in the hospital for the first month of his life. So just with him, it was doctor's appointments for a little while and stuff. But hopefully soon get back into it. I have a lot of anxiety, so I had to stop pop hunting about 2 months ago just because I couldn't go out in the big crowds anymore. But starting to get back out there and do it again.
Yeah, building our confidence one store at a time is, and it doesn't help that Hot Topic is just completely crowded. And the aisles are scrunched together like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. No, it's the same way here. And Sarah, it's interesting because I kind of have the same issue sometimes as you do. Going to the mall and going to large stores with a lot of people sometimes gets me a little freaked out a little bit. So I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Heather can sometimes be that way too. We both have a little bit of anxiety when it comes to that kind of stuff. So it hasn't stopped me necessarily to go out and pick anything up. It hasn't stopped me from doing that. But it has sometimes made me grab whatever I'm getting, like literally go into the mall, grab it, and run out as fast as I possibly can. That's happened to me on many occasions, and it is definitely not. It's definitely not a good feeling. So I feel your pain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. What kind of movies are you guys into?
Disney. Really liking the Marvel. I just got into Marvel a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right down my alley.
So I pretty much, before Infinity War came out, I said, oh, that looks like a good movie. I want to go to it. So then he's like, well, you have to watch all the rest of them. So we had a marathon for a good 2 months of all the other movies.
Was that not like the best thing ever? If I could go back and re-experience all of those movies again, I would totally do it because those movies are just so awesome. I love those movies. So how great of a feeling was it to be able just to blow through all of them within just a matter of months?
Yeah,
it was fun.
I bet.
And just waiting for the Stan Lee cameos in each movie was pretty great.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
There's going to be that one movie, right, where unfortunately he's not going to be in it anymore.
Well, did you see what they were talking about online? They mentioned that Deadpool would then fill the position of Stan Lee. The fans basically said that that's what they want to see. Because of the Fox acquisition, maybe it'll happen. I think that's interesting, personally.
That definitely does sound interesting. I haven't heard a thing regarding that.
Yeah. Because I can't imagine that at some point while watching one of those movies, a hologram of Stan Lee pops up, or I don't know, like a logo or something, or Excelsior is like on the wall. I don't know. It just seems too cheesy to me.
Wasn't there something like that in, I forget what movie it was, but it was like a poster of Stan Lee.
Yes, it was the animated Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. At the end of the movie, it's like this thing that came up. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there was a live action. Sarah's thinking Deadpool too, but I'm thinking it could be another movie. I could be.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But that's interesting. I'll have to look into that one, because at the end of Into the Spider-Verse, they had like this kind of readout thing. It kind of looked like a poster, and it just said like, Stan Lee will remember you, Excelsior, blah 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 blah, and it was really sweet. Actually, Heather cried a little bit over that, didn't you? You had a tear.
Yeah.
She shed a miniature tear over that. It was very miniature. I didn't see it. I don't know what she's talking about.
I sort of like turned away and like wiped.
Yeah, she shot it in the other direction. Whereas I would actually shoot it in her direction, just like I did with my burps. If you guys had seen that live, that was a whole lot of fun, where I got yelled at. I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
It was gross.
I am gross. I'm a man, Heather. I'm a man. So Marvel movies are some of your favorites. You like the anime. Are you guys into like the horror stuff?
No.
No, we tend to stay far, far away from it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm similar in that, where I like 80s. I like 80s horror movies. I like 80s movies in general. They're like my favorite things, besides the MCU. Heather just likes horror. What's the horror movies you like?
Any?
No, the James Wan stuff, right? It's like the James Wan horror stuff.
Sure.
We captured a picture of Archer earlier tonight.
Oh my god! Speaking
of horror movie, that's scary. Oh my god, he looks evil.
Doing a Pennywise impression.
I love it.
Now, how about Archer? Now, are you guys? I did notice he had a Batman. Does he have his own collection now? Is he starting to build his own collection?
He does, yeah. For the most part, we go to secondhand stores and thrift stores, and if there's a pop there that he likes or he sees, we'll get it. He's got a Harry Potter. He's got the Batman.
Harry Potter, my kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we've picked up a few Pint-Sized Heroes doubles that we just give him. But other than that, his collection is less than 5. Well, it's about 5 or 6 right now, but
That's cool. It's good. I think when having a child and starting a collection for them, and for them to learn to take care of things, I noticed that with Max. He now knows that he needs to take care of his little collection. They can't be damaged. They have to, he sets them all up. He wants to be like Daddy. I think that's like kind of an important thing in a kid's life, right? It teaches them it teaches them to take care of their stuff. And I remember as a kid, I was very destructive. I used to take a hammer to my little 1980s, the 3.5 GI Joes. Huh? I had a lot of tools, Heather. It was really weird in my house. But I had a lot of tools, power tools. But yeah, I used to do like a lot of weird things like that. So I wanted to teach him, hey, you can collect stuff, you can put it in your room, and you can look at it every day. And he loves it. He absolutely loves it.
Max was also a little bit older when he got a collection. I think that Archer's collection.
No. I don't know. I totally understand that.
Box.
No. I totally get that. But my point is that I think it's good for a kid to have that.
Yeah, a little collection.
Because when I was a kid, I just ripped everything apart, and now looking back on it, I had very little to go back and get from my parents' house as I became an adult. So a lot of it had to go hit the trash can.
I was the complete opposite. I used to play with Legos all the time, and there was a family that always come down and stay with us for a few nights, and the little girl was just as destructive as you. And she would take the heads off of my Lego men and swap them and mess the whole, diorama up, and I would just cry. Like, I remember bawling my eyes out, and because she took the heads off one and moved them over to another one.
And you really cared about it.
I did.
There's a weird person in our chat right now. Stuffy nasal bomb. You think you know what you are talking about? Stop pretending. You equal morons. I don't know. I have no idea who that is. I should. You know what I should do? I should make him one of the the moderators.
No, you should make one of our moderators.
No. I should make him a moderator. I think that would be hilarious. I mean, how great! We will be the very first channel ever to make one of our haters a moderator. That's brilliant. Is that not brilliant? And like the whole time, he can continue carrying on and saying all these really nasty things. It's great. Why not? Yeah. So you guys collect the Funko Pops, and you guys are looking forward to now the Lion King Pops. Are you looking forward to the Lion King movie?
I'm torn.
I am so torn too. It honestly looks like a shot-for-shot remake, but in really good 3D animation. I mean, the only person they brought back was James Earl Jones as the voice of Mufasa.
Yes.
It looks like they blew the budget on CGI and James Earl Jones. And, I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see because, I mean, personally, I don't like any of Beyonce's music, although she does have a good voice. And it would be interesting to see her as the voice of Nala. And Danny Glover as... Donald Glover, sorry. As Donald Glover. Simba.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, yeah. No, that's gonna be an awesome movie. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't overly hyped about the Jungle Book, but they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I love Jungle Book, like a lot. In fact, I liked it way. When I saw the trailer for it, I kind of knew just by watching the trailer that I was going to be in love with that movie. Not only because Jon Favreau was behind it, because Jon Favreau is freaking awesome. No matter what he makes, he does a really good job. But when I went to see it in the movies, we took Max and Heather and I. We all went together, and I remember we all walked out of that movie all like complete excitement. All of us, all three of us. It was such a good movie, and a lot of people hate on the fact that Disney they're making these remakes and they're the CGI, and they're like, well, there's so much CGI, it's really just a cartoon still. But I don't know, it brings things to life. It's different than the cartoon that we grew up with. I'm really digging it. I hope they continue doing what they're doing.
It definitely does, and I do see that point of view. I mean, personally, I love The Lion King, and I don't see why it should need a remake or even what gamers would call a remaster.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, give it a shot, really.
Yeah, why not? What do you got to lose? I mean, you could say it's a Disney cash grab, but it's fun. We want to see these things. I mean, we're not talking about something we don't want to see. There are movies that they release nowadays that I don't want to see. I wonder, why are they making this? Like The Predator, the movie they just released. I thought, why are they making this? We already had a movie called Predator. Why do you have to put the on the front of it and then making a terrible movie? That's pretty much what they did. But when they showed the Lion King trailer, I was like, man, I wanted to see this. This is what I have been wanting to see as an adult. I remember as a kid. Now as an adult, it's going to be so much fun and so awesome, right? It's a different experience, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait, and I will be able to experience it with Max, which will be a lot of fun too.
And that's just it too. Is a lot of people are bringing their kids to it and experiencing it with them, and trying to essentially relive the magic that they had growing up.
Exactly. Precisely.
It makes it super special, I think.
Yeah.
Sarah, your favorite MCU movie, since you just started seeing them or watched them all. What is now your favorite MCU movie?
Be careful! I have to warn you. He's gonna judge you.
No, I'm not. I will not judge you. I like all MCU movies, so I'm not going to judge you, but I will judge you. Go ahead.
I'm guessing if it's not Iron Man 2, it's wrong.
That's right. Iron Man 2 was the best. So what is the movie?
I liked Infinity War, but I honestly really liked Ant-Man and the Wasp too.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was awesome. That was a great movie. That was an awesome movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't one of my favorites. I really loved Civil War, and I really loved Iron Man 3, believe it or not, and I really loved Infinity War.
I just like the comedy aspect to Ant-Man. It's different than all the other ones, and I can't wait to see him in Endgame.
Totally agree with you.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Honestly, like, I'm happy with any movie Paul Rudd is in.
What are you trying to say?
I love Paul Rudd.
Woo! Okay.
But something about him being in a Marvel movie and bringing that humor into it just, like, really made me happy.
Same here. I agree.
I really, really love that.
I agree. Paul Rudd definitely brings a magic to a movie sometimes with the way...
Very good looks.
I was going to say how hot he was, but okay. No, but with just the way that the comedic side of Paul Rudd, just, I don't know, he can do drama, he can do comedy, he's like kind of the everyman.
Well, and just look at how he started. You know, it was, like you say, he was in dramas, and he was, what was that movie he was in, that TV show, Camp Whatever?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, he did Nintendo commercials.
Yeah, well, how about Mac and Me?
Yeah. I mean, you start out small, and, I mean, look where you end up.
Yeah, you get pushed down a hill in a wheelchair, and look where you end up. You end up as Ant-Man. So you guys are gamers. So right now, what is the #1 game that you guys have been playing?
I've been pushing through Spyro the Reignited trilogy.
Oh, I really want to play that. Okay. How are you liking it?
Awesome. I've beaten the first to 120% and the second game to 100. I'm now trying to finish the third game to, again, 100%.
Wow.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Well, then, so what did you pick it up for?
We picked it up for $50 Canadian.
Xbox.
Oh, Xbox.
Oh yeah. So you got it for. So I'm gonna get it for PS4. I think when it comes down a little bit.
Well, even now, they've released the Crash Bandicoot Spyro Reignited Trilogy combo for a decent price. I mean,
they combined them.
Yeah, it's roughly it's 80 Canadian plus taxes, which would.
I don't think it is.
No.
No, I only seen it the once, but I don't remember.
Oh, well, even $70, $80 Canadian, which is roughly 50, 60 American for all 6 games.
Okay, interesting.
Which, yeah, great price.
Yeah, I'll have to look out for that because I definitely want to play through those games for sure. Because those games were huge when I was a kid, especially Crash Bandicoot, the second game, the part 2.
Yeah, Cortex Strikes Back was amazing.
It was an amazing video game, and at the time, the graphics on it were incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're coming to an end here. We've already been on for an hour and 4 minutes. It's been
Holy
a long time.
cow.
Can you believe that?
I
I
didn't
can't
realize
either.
that.
I know, it's so exciting. So what ended up getting you guys to come and watch the Gastlecast? That's a question that I'm going to ask everybody in our interview. Not because we're trying to blow our heads up, but I'm just wondering how people actually found us.
Sorry.
We first saw you guys on Jetta's stream for, I think it was San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun.
And yeah, we really enjoyed that live stream.
Yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. The NYCC one that we did with them was not as good because...
That one was different because of the weird release date.
Well, Top Pops didn't show up for a while. I don't think Cletus showed up at all, or maybe just at the very end.
The problem was, I think a lot of that was due to they did 2 different streams on 2 different days, and I think people were like, okay, well, screw it, I can make plans and just show up when I want.
It was just kind of a bizarre situation that was going down.
Yeah, because of it was just so weird. I did not like what they did with that at all. The con stuff. Yeah, because everything was supposed to be released on Thursday, and it ended up like. Was half of it on Thursday and the other half Friday?
It wasn't even half. It was almost Friday because I think they released some online maybe.
Yeah.
But it was mostly so Friday because they changed it. Remember, it was a last minute change.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 stores did Thursday night at midnight, and then the rest did Friday night at midnight.
Yeah. It was sort of a, because they changed it last minute, it screwed up everything. It screwed up the live stream, or the mega stream. Thank you, Kate. But it screwed up everything at the time. But for the New York Comic Con one, the San Diego Comic Con one was fine.
That one was great. I loved it.
But no, thank you guys for coming on with us. Thank you guys for following us. And watching us. We really appreciate that.
Anytime.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool to talk to people who watch us and enjoy watching us, because nobody enjoys watching us. Heather, do they?
I don't.
Heather does not watch a single video that we make.
No, I actually do sometimes. When we have a really it seems like it's going to be really funny and really smooth recording session, I'm really anxious for Chris to get the video up because I can't wait to watch it. And I'll watch them very rarely. Because, I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather watch, Netflix and stuff I haven't seen, because I've already lived these moments.
Right.
So it's I don't feel the need to watch them again like you would, because you're editing them. So you want to see where your hard work pays off, and... Yeah. I like to see that, but I don't like to watch myself, so I have this really weird struggle.
Honestly, I like to go back and watch because I like to see where I screwed up. Because most of the time I screw up somewhere, the sound effect will be off.
It's weird, though, because you continue to screw up. You don't learn from your mistakes like most people.
Whap. Sorry, Heather. You're marrying a screw up. I don't know if you realize that or not.
Oh, I do.
You should have known that a long time ago.
I don't know what I'm doing.
But thank you guys for hanging out with us. And we, of course, at some point in time, after we do a bunch more of these interviews, I'm thinking about somehow connecting a bunch of, us all at one time. Like people we had interviewed, people we talked to, and kind of get everybody almost in, the same room, I guess. And we can all, chat and talk to each other and ask different questions and just...
I have a great idea.
Here we go. Prepare yourself. Hold on to your butts, as Jurassic Park says. Go ahead.
We could literally, if everyone wants to spend a fortune on plane tickets, get everyone in the same room.
Oh my God!
I think at that point it would be cheaper to drive. We're only 10 hours away.
Yeah, there you go. They're just drive here.
Not bad.
That's right.
Not bad. Just buy enough to get you to the States in gas, and then buy our gallons. For the same price as your liters.
Good call, Heather. Good call.
We're only about 3 hours from the border, so it doesn't take that much.
Get that passport. Now you can come down here and visit with us. Guys, thank you again. We're gonna disconnect from you. We're gonna talk to the people for a second, and then we're gonna disengage. Because I think we're going to go and record a little bit of something tonight. Because I have to record something to edit tomorrow. Heather's going to complain, and she's going to look really shocked looking at me. Hold on, wait. There she is. So, guys, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for talking to us. And we will definitely do this again very soon. And thank you for subscribing.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
us.
guys.
Sure.
And if you guys need any more maple popcorn or maple syrup, let us know.
Boom.
I did not think I would like that popcorn.
Yeah,
but
we tore that popcorn. That popcorn literally didn't make it a single day.
I actually hid it
Yeah.
from Chris. And I ate the rest.
This is what happens here.
So next
my
time we'll
life.
send 2 bags.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. See, he's thinking about me this time. You hear
I'll
that?
hide one and then share like a quarter of the first one with you.
Nathan, Sarah, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. We'll talk to you
Very
guys
welcome.
very, very soon. Thank you.
Ready. See you guys.
See you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, they're so awesome.
All right, guys. Well, you know what? The stream doesn't even look that great. No. Well, how did you guys like that? That was our very, very first interview that we've done on here, which I think it went spectacular. I think it was very lovely. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it. I'm trying to get my interviewing chops up and trying to get them squared away and trying to get them right.
Can I like have a serious moment with you?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
You might get embarrassed because I'm saying this in front of everybody.
Okay. What do you got?
But you do this really often, and it like really makes me just like want to just go to bed. Like just anything to get away from that. I'd just rather close my eyes and sleep and not have to live through this.
So before we went to bed last night, Heather breaks the news to me that she had, how can I put this, really bad farts.
Yeah.
And I said to Heather, I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, I have really bad gas tonight, and it's, you know, they stink really bad. So I was like in another room, and she's like, oh my God, it's horrible, it's horrible. So I'm like in the other room, I'm trying now to dodge them. So we go and finally I'm in bed, I'm laying down, she's laying down next to me, gives me a little kiss, passes out. So I'm laying there, my cat jumps up next to me. And he's like sitting next to me, and then he just, for whatever reason, he like meows or like yawns or something. And this raunchy, really bad smell comes out. And I'm like, oh my God, my cat, there's something wrong with him. He's like dying inside. Or maybe he has a bad tooth. I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, was it Valo? Like, what is this smell? So Valo ends up jumping down off, and he goes out of the room. Well, then I'm laying there some more. I smell it again. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Valo's not here anymore. And I start doing the whole breath test. I do the breath test on myself. No, it wasn't that. Heather was right next door, popping off a couple of light cans. She was popping them off left and right. She was tearing the whole bedroom up. And, yeah, passes out and passes gas. You got it. She was crapping the bed. I'm surprised that she made it up to this morning without crapping herself. I was pretty astonished by that. I'm going to tell you, hands down, no doubt, 110%. Those farts can literally make it through a metal door. Because I had like 4 different blankets on top of each other. Somehow they came for your blanket all the way through all my blankets up to me.
Well, I had 2 blankets on plus your blanket.
That was a fart that I've never handled before. So if there's any way that you like not do that anymore, that would be really great. I'd really appreciate that.
You know,
Thank you, kind sir.
What's weird
kind man.
though, it was gross, but like nothing would ever top the Philadelphia farts. I call them the Philadelphia PHARTS because we were in Philadelphia. Yeah,
I ate steak sub there and cheesesteak sub. Now I got burps. I was eating cheesesteak sub and drinking German beers. Just imagine what that turned into. It was really bad. Yeah. So guys, the reason why I wanted to stay on here for just a couple seconds, that turned into a fart fest. I want to let you guys know that we are going to be going live with Wes, the almighty Wes Howard.
Do you happen to have a
Popping
picture
Off Toys
of do you happen to have a picture of what we are going to announce?
Yeah, it's on our picture on Instagram. Listen, if you go on Instagram and you go
I'll show him.
Okay.
I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I'll show you.
So Wes Howard is going to talk about this particular Funko Pop, which is the holographic Darth Maul.
Valued at about $1,000.
Right. So we're going to tell you more about this Funko Pop. He's about $1,200 in value, maybe more. I can't remember now off the top of my head. Kate Luck, we would go into more topic in detail, but we don't want make your night any better than it already is. But we're going to be talking to Wes Howard. We're going to be asking him the questions about his Poppin' Off Toys shop. We're going to talk to him about where he got his start, when he started collecting Funko Pops.
Wow.
We're going to get into what?
On Pop Price Guide, it's valued at $20.50.
$20.50. Holy God. Okay, so he's way up there now. Yep, $2,000 in value. I thought he was a lot lower than that. But in any event, Wes is going to be on here. We're all going to talk. We're all going to chat. We're all going to have a good time. You guys will be able to ask your questions, which I'm going to hope that our mods are here so they can kind of capture some of the questions for us and send them to us so we can ask the proper questions at the proper time. And then you're going to find out about that Hollow Darth Maul, which we're really excited about. It's going to be announced here live on the Gastlecast Live. And so tell all your friends. All your friends might want to come and check out the guy behind Poppin' Off Toys. You hear about it all the time. His mystery boxes are so cool. His mystery boxes sell out in sometimes in just a couple minutes. So you're going to be able to find out who the guy is behind Poppin' Off Toys. And we actually talked to him for a while last night. And what an awesome person.
He's so cool.
He's such a good dude.
He chatting with him through I think I've DM'd him a couple times and I may have emailed him. He was always...
Is DMing something slang for something else?
Yeah,
dirty?
for me wondering when his next mystery boxes are going to
Oh, okay.
That kind of slang.
Okay.
But he's always been so nice, so chill, so patient, and I'm sure that he gets 1,000,001 emails and messages and stuff each day.
Oh, I bet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he always gets back to me within 24 hours.
He's always on. He's always on top of it. He's a really good guy, and he is willing to help anybody. He has teamed up with FPBST. He was telling us, and a couple other different people. Who was it? FUNKO. He had teamed up with him at some point. I think Funko Finders. So he's kind of wrapped up in the whole...
I'm not sure about Funko Finders.
Well, he's all wrapped... Well, Funko Finders and FUNKO are sort of connected. They're friends.
But I don't know if Poppin' Off is...
Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah,
but he's connected with a lot of people. He knows a lot of people. So it'll be interesting to have him here in the spotlight where we can talk to him, find out more about him, his business, his collection, where this all got its start and all that kind of stuff. So we will have him on here on Sunday at 8 p.m. EST to hang out and party it up. And we will be talking about it over the weekend through various posts that we do. We might do a couple Instagram videos and stuff and post those up as well. We will have a new video this weekend at some point in time. I don't know when that's going to happen, but some point this weekend. Some guy was trolling in his comments and he wasn't even rude back. Yeah, I mean, that's the type of guy that he is.
It takes a really special person. When I see someone comment this isn't even on our post. If someone comments negatively on someone's Facebook post or YouTube or Instagram or whatever, I always tell Chris, I'm like, man, I'm really upset right now. This guy better stop.
He's gets all worked up.
Yeah, so I can't imagine someone commenting something nasty or annoying just for the sake of it on our posts and me being able to keep my cool.
I would, because you got to. That's just the way you got to be. And by the way, just want to say, Gainesville, I did notice that you're in here, and I noticed that you subscribed today. So thank you for subscribing to the Gastlecast. You'll be happy that you did that. I hope. You could watch videos of Heather. If you go and check our Instagram at Gastlecast, you can see videos of Heather sleeping while we play video games, or maybe run around the house like a horse. If you haven't seen that, you should go check out our Instagram at Gastlecast, and you can check it out. No negativity. Nobody needs negativity. Come on. We don't need none. Heather will cut them.
I'm good at that.
That's right.
Cutting hair, that is.
You never know. I got scars. You never know. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for tuning in for our very first interview live stream, which we're going to be doing every Friday. And again, if you're interested in being a part of an interview, all you have to do is reach out to us and let us know. Reach out to us at Gastlecast on Instagram in a message, DM us, and let us know. And we'll go ahead and get you guys lined up for an upcoming Friday. We already have a couple Fridays lined up. I think Mexican Reviews is going to be one of the folks, and the guy who made that custom gauntlet is going to be another person who's going to jump on with us. So contact us on Instagram if you want to be a part of the interview. I want to do it all year long. This is something huge, and I want to grow and learn and just do fun things. And then after we have enough people that we've interviewed, we're going to do a whole group of interviews all at one time. Not a whole group of interviews, but all of the interviewees and the Gastlecast will all hang out all one time and have a good time. I think it'll be a lot of fun. If we could, let's get a We interview together. I love that. I think that's great, B Cobb. Or We Fart together also. That's a good one. But if you guys can do a We interview together, we'll take a picture of it. We'll post that up. Yeah, Making Reviews. Go back and watch it and check it out. We're going to do these lives between 8 and 9, starting between 8 and 9 on Fridays. So if you have time and availability to watch it live, that's awesome. But if not, hey, go back and watch later on and give us a like while you're at it. Or even leave us a comment.
And if you want to come and hang out with us, please DM us on Instagram.
Nathan, Sarah, we see that you're here in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for being great first-time interviews for us. It didn't even feel like an interview to me. It felt more like we're talking to good friends. And
well, that's what it is. It should be Funko Pop chats, not Funko Pop interviews. Because I don't feel like it's an interview.
I want to call it an interview because I want to be able to ask some questions and kind of get some feeded information out of people.
That's what you do with our friends.
I just figured it's sort of like it's more or less like an interview. I mean, I guess more or less the one with Wes Howard is more of an interview than a chat. I don't know, but we can call it whatever we want. Who cares? Thank you for the We interviews together. We'll take a picture of that. Guys, as always, remember, we hunt together, yes. We interview together.
There you go.
We will catch you next time very soon. We love you all, as always, you know that. Heather, what are your final words?
You've said it all.
No, well, you got to say bye.
Oh, that's my final word. You didn't say we'll catch you next time.
Oh, we will catch you next time!
Bye!
King Elmo. Hey, I'm late. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, bye,
we gotta log off. Go back and watch the live. It was so much fun. We'll catch you next time, guys.
Bye.